When I started my laser-based business 11 years ago, it was a massive struggle, and now competition is even worse. But when I started doing this one thing, everything really turned around for me. And lucky for us, we are 11 years in the future, so things have actually gotten a lot easier. So let me explain. Your ability to make your own designs is ginormous. Not only are you guaranteed not to have anybody have the same product as you. Imagine going into some sort of a expo or craft show you're selling at and you see the same design that someone else bought from the same Etsy store. Oh my gosh, it's like going to prom and wearing the same prom dress. That will never ever happen again if you become a graphic designer. Now I know what you're thinking, I don't want to be a graphic designer. That is a whole other thing I need to learn and I just don't have the time for it. And lucky for us, like I said, we are so far into the future now. Tools like Kittl.com have made this so silly easy. It's going to blow your mind. Let's jump into their most helpful tool for beginners, their templates. Even if you want to try Kittl out with a free plan to start, you can access a jillion templates. There is one thing that sets it apart from the rest, and that is the ability to alter these designs to completely fit our needs. I need to make a sign for my chicken coop, so let's search for a good base. I'm not even sure which direction I want to take, which is an added inspiration bonus to this never-ending library of templates. This spring fresh one looks like a good start. Now, so I don't overwhelm you with the unending list of amazing features, I'm just going to quickly blast through turning this sign into my very own creation. If you've used any type of design software before, this bar on the right will feel very familiar to you, but there's not too many options, so we can keep it simple. This design is made up of a bunch of layers, text, and images, which you can find in the Layers tab on the very bottom. To get rid of something fast, we can delete or click the eye to turn off the layer. So goodbye to this texture. On the right-hand side, I can turn all the colors to black and white, which is the way my laser is going to like it. Now this chicken is fluffy and super cute, but let's find one that might be a bit better for engraving. I think this one's just going to turn out too dark and kind of all blobbed together. In the illustrations button on the right, we can search for any image. Literally anything you could possibly think of in your awesome brain of yours. If you thought their templates library was unending, just you wait. Okay, here's a nice looking chicken. After I change the colors, let's turn this one chicken into 3 chickens with magic. Okay, not magic exactly. What we're gonna do is right click the image and you will see a list of things we can do to the image. Click on Save as Image Gen Style and watch that magic unfold. Select Sets Generator. I'm going to type in a few similar prompts to generate 3 chickens in the style of this one chicken. And a frog. Always a frog, for luck, of course. Abracadabra. Now we've got 3 chickens fashioned off of the original. I told you it was magic. If you ever found an image, but you wish it were a little different or a lot different, that's where the Sets Generator comes in to save the day. I use the background tool to get rid of the big white box behind the chickens, and now we can just set them right in there. Now let's get this text sorted out. I found a nice font and actually want this nut house part to be straight across and not roundy. There are a bunch of text formatting options on the right here. Selecting the toggle, let's set it to standard flat across. Now I'm going to click on the other text and I want this inverted so it's going around the top. So I toggle this direction inverted button and change it to acorn, cashew, and pecan for my chickens. Just a little adjusting in the font size and that's done. For these little circles, let's turn them into eggs. Unlike any other design program I've ever used online, we can go in and alter the nodes manually. Double-clicking on these circles will make the node points visible. Now I just adjust it to my eggy standards. Same with the outline. I can group these together with Control-G, which is helpful and fast, and then I can copy and paste it or click this button to duplicate it. Okay, almost done with this sign. It just needs a little flourish at the bottom. Again, to the Illustrations tab to find something. I found this acorn flourish, but it's not quite enough at the bottom here. We need something else. So I duplicated it, double clicked on it and got rid of everything but just this leaf. And I did that again and am now left with this leaf. Right-clicking these new images and selecting Flip Horizontal, I then fidget them into place. Then I group them all together so I can align them as one object. I just want a little border now around the nut house part, so we select a basic square under the Illustration Shapes tab and can round out the edges super easily. I want to hide the lines behind here and everything else, so I fill in the rectangle with white color. And going into the Layers tab, I can make sure the text is now above it and we can read it. It just needs a tiny bit more of finagling and we are ready to save it to the computer. I'm going with a PNG. In my 𝗶𝗃𝗲𝗺𝗆𝗇 program, it easily imports in. I don't have a prefabricated piece of wood to engrave this onto, so I drew a simple cut circle line around the image, aligned it, and sent it to the laser. As all editing programs, there are a million ways to design, edit, and save, so it makes the perfect laser project for you and your laser. Hopefully that last design showcased a lot of the really cool and unique things that this site can do, but if you don't even want to be that involved, then let's make a design in, let's say, less than 2 minutes. Let's go. This is an easy challenge. All we have to do is go into the templates again and see what catches our eye. Now, I have a cat convention coming up, so let's look for some cat designs. This one is great. I have a prefabricated wooden book box that this would look great on, but let's change the text. Now that's easy peasy. I just have to come up with something to change the words into that comes off like a book title. And don't forget to change the colors to black and white. A little nudge here and there with the text, and voila! Let's save this and get it laser engraved. See, some designs really aren't too hard, especially if the prefabricated design is kind of exactly what you wanted in the first place. Now, I'm not going to be surprised when this sells at that cat convention, and I plan to sell it for about 4 times the cost of 1 month's worth of Kittl, which I do also have a code for you that's going to save you 25%. But wait, this next feature is the one that is going to make you say something along the lines of, oh. Well, now that you know we can make some really kick-ass laser engravables with this program, did you know we can also make cut lines? So we can make literally an entire laser engraved or just laser cut image with this program. You might have seen the SVG save option in the dropdown, and with a premium account, we can go nuts with this thing. So let's make some laser cut jewelry in, let's say, less than 5 minutes. Let's do it. Now, let's find a shape that is already made like this fire shape. All you need to do to make a cut line is get rid of the color by clicking the eye by the color. So now there's no fill. The shape remains, even if you can't see it on this white background. Save it as an SVG and open it up in your laser program. I'm using the 𝗶𝗃𝗲𝗺𝗆𝗺𝗆𝗺 program. Lightburn would also totally work the same way. Import your SVG and set it to a cut line. Bam! It's really that easy. You can include engraving shapes too. Let's make some star earrings. I found this star shape and thought those would be cool. The black and white shape will be the engraved layer. I duplicated the outline and got rid of that middle star, made sure it was just the outline, and put it on top so you can't really see it, but the program knows it's there. I even put in a little circle for the hooks to hang off of. Now, depending on your laser software, it may need a little bit more tweaking, like for my picky CO2 laser, but once it's all ready to go, it's pretty much already done. So send it to the laser and make some money. Oh, I've been wearing them the whole time. I'm so sneaky like that. There's another design I want to make, so let's just get back to it. I have tons of projects lined up from the massive inspiration and templates Kittl has to offer. The text editing features are unmatched. Just imagine how easy it would be if you were to make a personalized template, maybe offer custom laser engraved welcome signs, for instance, and then you just need to go in there, change the text, and wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. You can make a bunch of those in one day. Cash in the bank, baby. Plus, the more you use it, the easier it gets, truly. What if the laser thing fizzles out for you? Bam! Now you can design t-shirts. What if you don't want to make t-shirts? Bam! You can design band posters, custom birthday invitations, family reunion tote bags, tattoos even. Heck, You offer your graphic design services to other businesses for, I don't know, $1,000 an hour. Honing in on a new skill and going about it in the easiest of ways could very well skyrocket you into achieving your laser business dreams, or even open up a whole new life path that you didn't even know you needed. Use my code LaserLadyYT, that's like Laser Lady YouTube, to save 25% off all Kittl plans with the link below. I promise you, there is a plan for you, and there is a design just waiting for you to make it your own. Thanks for hanging out with me while I nerded out a little bit about this website. Have a great day and happy crafting!